life of me catch up to Shabam in that GT3. What car are we in?
Honda Accord.
I guess you could say that. Hey, what's up, guys? David with Miss.
That girl in red.
Okay, that works. Anyway, we're in an Acura NSX today, and not just any NSX. This is Rob Ferretti's NSX. But funny story is, we went on Adventure Drive number 5. That's where we are right now, and we're in the beautiful mountain roads of Colorado. In fact, we're on the exact mountain roads of Colorado that Forza Horizon 1 was based on, so that's pretty cool. Acura NSX, as you guys know, great car, legendary car. It's a lot of fun. I've driven one original one before with the flip-ups. This has the newer generation fixed headlights. Funny is, we weren't supposed to get this car on Adventure Drive. What happened was that we rented a Mustang GT out of St. Louis because it was the only airport that said that they'd have a Mustang GT.
Well, only airport that would allow one way.
A one-way Mustang GT.
This Adventure Drive is ending in Vegas?
No, Napa Valley,
California. California, and that's too far for them to ship the car back.
We made a call, made the reservation, and they said, absolutely, you can do it. V8 Mustang. We asked like 4 times, V8 Mustang, and finally we said, okay, we're gonna have to drive across.
It was either a V8 Mustang or an SS Camaro.
Yeah, whatever, that works.
Anything that's V8 fast and comfortable.
Yeah, so we were like, yeah, whatever works. And so after that happens, we go, okay, guess we're gonna drive across Missouri, drive across Kansas, which I vowed to never drive across Kansas again, but I figured it was worth saving $2,000 because that's what other people wanted to charge for a Mustang GT. Fly into St. Louis, we're super confident. We get there, we get to the counter, they go, oh no, we don't have any of those cars. Basically, after a long time explaining the difference between a V6 Mustang and a V8 Mustang, and also a V6 Camaro and a V8 Camaro, we ended up just saying, all right, look, we'll cut our reservation short. They gave us a V6 Camaro. We drove across Missouri and Kansas and dropped it off in Denver where Adventure Drive started. Called Mr. Rob Ferretti as an emergency in St. Louis, said, listen, we don't have a car for Adventure Drive now, even though we tried to cover it ourselves this time.
He answered the phone and he said, I know why you're calling.
He knew exactly why we were calling. So then after that happened, he goes, good news for you. I was gonna drive the NSX, but I'm gonna drive a different car. The NSX is all yours. So
This man went and bought a Ferrari.
Yeah, the same day.
He looks at us, he goes, yeah, you can have the NSX, I'm buying a Ferrari.
The same exact day. He asked them 4 times if they had the V8 Mustang. They said yes over the phone.
Before anything V8.
Before anything. They said it's no problem. We made sure. We get there. We asked again. And we told them, we showed them reservation. Apparently the person on the phone who made the reservation put us in the wrong class, which made it even more confusing. So apparently in their fleet there's XB, which is like V6 stuff, and then there's XS, which is the V8 stuff. Apparently St. Louis Airport had none of the XS stuff, and he signed us up anyway. So we wasted all of our time, charged us way too much money. You know, we did all this stuff to save up and not have to ask Rob for the favor of borrowing a car. Oh yeah, and they also said since we prepaid that they wouldn't give us our money back. We were basically saying, we're not gonna pay for a car we didn't want in the first place. And we ended up having to because it was non-refundable if you prepaid, which makes absolutely 0 sense if you trust a company with your money to say, I'm committed to getting this car. So, budget rentals, I am upset with you. If you guys don't remember, I was in the Audi RS7 with Michael a few years ago when we raced a bunch of stuff at a drag strip. It was fantastic. Yesterday we filmed and we did this road called the $1 Million Road. And it's an amazing road. Kind of reminds me of Switzerland in a little bit, but it has that American flair with all the clay in the mountains and all that. It was raining, we couldn't get on it. There's also no guardrails, so you have to be very careful, but I definitely recommend doing it if you're out in the middle of nowhere, Colorado. This NSX, believe it or not, has 96,000 miles on it. This leather thing with our windows down, when we started getting a little bit of speed, if you know what I mean, it just flaps open and hit us right in the face. Woo! Gotta be careful on downhills. But no, the NSX is so balanced. It's basically like a mid-engine Miata in a way. but it feels so good. This is your first time in one. Do you like it?
I love this car.
I love it.
It's very comfortable.
It is the most comfy supercar ever. Don't think the new one deserves the flack it gets, really. But at the same time, I get it. Like, if they just made a mid-engine stick, BRZ mid-engine car, basically, that would have made $1 million, like $1 billion, excuse me. It would have been crazy how much money they would have made, in my opinion. But they try to be all experimental and all that, and that's what happens. Forza Horizon in real life, dude. So sick.
Drink coffee while David's driving. Challenge.
Oh, it's so good. At the same time, you have to use every bit of its horsepower to keep up with, like, you know, the Murcielagos and Ferraris of this trip. So you are in it to win it on this trip.
Brand plug.
Yeah.
That dude in blue sunglasses.
Oh, sick. People really sleep on doing adventures in the USA. A lot of people think I have to go to Europe to get vistas like this, and it's just not true. You can come out to Colorado, Montana, Glacier National Park. When I filmed that 2 years ago, was incredible. I was like, we live in a huge country when you do a road trip in it, but also a unbelievably gorgeous country. You see how long that was? Second gear. That's how long the gearing is in the NSX. The new NSX and the old NSX, you know, they're not related in any way. So when you drive them, you go, these have the same name, which you can kind of go, okay, Honda, I see you. You change things up. I totally get it. But at the same time, you're like, man, like, I think you missed a big opportunity if you could go back to something as simple as this. And Rob was smart enough to put better brakes on this, because I will say the stock factory NSX brakes suck. They're not good at all. The stop type brakes on this are phenomenal. They work wonderfully. I love it. That's third gear. It's so ridiculous.
I like this road.
I love this road. Red clay.
Slow down there, cowboy.
Jumper. Slow down there.
Is that them?
That it is.
That's a yellow McLaren. What it do? Alright, slow down. We're fine.
So we're out here in the Colorado desert thing. It's a bunch of shrubs, but nothing but open air. It's actually very, very stable, but I cannot for the life of me catch up to Shabam in that GT3. I cannot do anything. We have McLaren 12C behind us. So we are the runt of the litter. We are literally half the horsepower of that car. It is insane right now, though. Look, it's a real Mustang! Like, legitimately!
Hi!
Wild horses in the middle of the desert. Pretty cool.
Hello, good sir.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I mean, howdy, man.
How's the trip been?
Sir, trip's fun, man. We're having a lot of fun. We just came ripping through. Are you using the pole?
Oh, yeah.
Came ripping through today. Had a lot of fun.
Mr. Abdam,
Yes, sir.
putting you on the spot.
I'm finally firing up a drone for the first time in my entire YouTube career.
Oh, really? I know. I'm such a klutz, I know I would crash one. That's why I haven't gotten one yet.
Exactly. I'm not going to do a good job. I'm not going to make it look cinematic. It's going to be very boring.
If you can tell, the terrain change is quite literally ridiculous. We went from pine trees to mountains to something looking like Austria to somewhere looking like Red Rock in Forza Horizon within 2 hours. It was amazing. Hey, you, want clean wheels? Hey, use this. Spray on. Let sit for 45 seconds and turn purple. Spray again with water. Clean wheels. Make sure to check out www.pattersoncarcare.com. Made by car dudes for car dudes.